What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn I. My name is Martin, and today I'm taking a look at the all-new 2025 Tesla Model 3 Performance. And they have done a lot. I mean, the regular Model 3 Highland, that's what they call this facelift. I don't actually think it's a facelift, it's like an entirely new Model 3 to me, as you might know. Because I tested this car when it was introduced in Sweden. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out in the top right corner. But the new Tesla Model 3 was just very good, very effective, very good, and way better than the pre-facelift. And now they've also introduced the Performance, and luckily I'm the first one in the Netherlands to have it. So what have they done? Well, we've got new wheels. That's one thing they did. It's now a staggered setup, so in the rear we have a 20-inch and this is a 19, so a bit like an M3. And these are forged wheels, so they are lighter, and they have these like air blades in them, and you can even like take them out, but I'm not sure how to. It is possible. I've seen people do it. Anyway, behind that we have new brakes for the Model 3 Performance, and they're actually pretty good, which I'll show you in a minute. Love this color, by the way, blue with some black details. They have ditched the chrome, which I always thought looked a bit cheap on the Tesla. Normally I like chrome, but on a Model 3 it really didn't suit the vehicle. Hey, here we're missing one. Told you they could be removed. Who did that? Well, that's a problem you're going to have if you have it in a parking lot in a bad neighborhood. Where's my air blade? Pirelli P0s seem to do the job quite nicely, so don't want to bash the P0s every time we have them. Little matte carbon fiber spoiler in the rear, specific to the Model 3 Performance. Here we have a Performance badge, which looks very much like the Plaid badge. Tesla and badging and labeling is a very bad combination. At one point they were called the P75D, then they were called the Performance, then they were called a Plaid. Come on, make up your mind. And what we also have is a new diffuser for the Model 3 Performance. Okay, doesn't really look all that special. As I said, 20-inch, 19-inch, and these air ducts right here are Model 3 Performance specific, as is this splitter right here. So it's a dual motor setup, as you might know. The front motor is the exact same as before. The rear one is completely new. I'm not sure why, but the American version makes more horsepower than the European version. 510 versus 460 in this, which is only 10 horsepower more than the old Model 3 Performance. But the question wasn't with the old one, like, it's not enough, it's for how long can it produce that number? And that's how they, you know, should improve this vehicle, in my opinion, and let's see if they did. Because after just a few runs, it will completely die on you. And since we have Dragy, we're going to find out if that's still the case or not. So we also have these all new bucket seats, again for the Model 3 Performance, with that Performance badge in there. They're quite large, actually. You have to be like 120 kilos to really get a snug seating position. They're also a bit up too high. We do still have a lovely steering wheel. I really like the simple Tesla Model 3 steering wheel. Great, you know, thickness, material, feels nice. The size of it is good. I like it. So 0 to 100, 3.1 seconds, but they use a 1-foot rollout for the European version. I mean, who does that? A 1-foot rollout with a European specification? No one except Tesla. So it's probably like a 3.3, something like that. Very weird that they did that. What we also have is track mode. You can only do that when you're in park. So yes, I want to go in track mode. so you can see what all the temperatures are doing. So I just did an Autobahn run with it, and you can see the engine are quite hot after, you know, that was one run. So let's see how it will behave in the next 10 minutes. So I guess you guys aren't really interested in chill and standard acceleration, so we're just going to switch to insane, right? Oh, I guess you have to be on drive then. Yeah, there we go. Let's turn off the nanny. Yes, I know we're driving a bit too fast. Oh, what I'm curious about is, let's go back in track mode. Track mode, yes. You have a drift setting, so completely biased towards oversteer. Let's see what that's like. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of grip. That's a lot of traction. I was just smashing it. And we're in drift mode. Nothing. Okay. I guess you really have to push it to go into a drift on a track and with higher speeds. Let's leave drift mode and just go into insane acceleration mode. So the AC is a bit too loud for me now. Let's see what it will do 0 to 100. You don't have any launch mode or anything, so we're just going to smash it. Oh, that's fast. That's 3.35. Now the weird thing is that I also did a run in race mode, so track mode, and I did a 3.6. So it seems like in track mode it's sort of leveling out the peaks with the, but as I said, like last time, it would just keep getting slower and slower. So we just did a 3.35. Here's another one. 3.6. Oh no. Oh no. Let's do another one. 3.4. Seems to be in between 3.3 and 3.6. What is happening there? That doesn't seem very consistent, right? Oh, handling is really good though. They did a great job setting up the all new suspension, because it is just wonderful. You have a little bit of a roll just in insane mode, and in track mode you can completely change the damper setup without any stages, so it's just 0 to 100% in terms of stiffness. That's awesome, and there's a lot of feel in this vehicle, really. You can really feel the body control. You can feel like you're in a mid-engine car. That's honestly how it feels to me. And yeah, very good, really sports car like, and a good one at that. I think the suspension is also just like, the quality of it is insane. It's as good as like an M3 G80. That's quite the compliment, I think. And it's a very quick steering rack. Oh, I was just praising you and then you start beeping at me. As I said, it's a very quick steering rack. Something I really like. It really makes it exciting to drive, and oh yes. Yeah, very good. Like all these little bumps, it just soaks it up. Suspension quality, absolutely insane. There is no vehicle in this price class that can do that. So 0 to 250. Let's just compare it to the old one. Here's the old one, here's the new one. Go. why we don't get the American spec power, you know, 510 horsepower. That would be great, really. Let's see if we can do a 100 to 200 measurement right now. It's always a bit busier here in summer. That's a 983, so it seems to be quite consistent. Earlier I did a 965, so yeah, that's very acceptable. Top speed 263, which is more than the Germans tend to offer, especially on electric cars. So yeah, also really like that. So brakes, no one behind me. Yeah, very good. I like what they did with this upgrade. There's so much feel in the pedal, and the brake performance itself is also really good. So yeah, I never expected from Tesla, I don't know why, but it doesn't seem like a performance car company that can really get that, you know, like BMW M feeling in there, but they can really. There is so much feel to this car in the braking, in, you know, performance, in its handling, in its suspension. It's really well judged, it's really well engineered, and by someone who really gets what makes an exciting, fun car, which is quite a challenge if you don't have a combustion engine. I mean, if I were to buy an electric car, this would be it, really. This for me is the sweet spot. It's not too expensive, you get a lot of value for money. The only thing is missing is being able to get like an estate or a station wagon. That for me would be just perfect, really. For now I'm perfectly happy with my BMW M340i, but this is a very worthy successor if I eventually have to go to an electric car, really. I really like it. It's a very good car. And with that, I'm going to leave you. Tesla bashing comments can go in the comment section. And also the comments that say, yeah, you were paid off by Tesla. No, I was not. I'm a petrol head, and you know, when things are good, you just have to praise them, and when things are not so good, you have to be critical, and that's simply what I'm doing for the last 15 years now. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.